Good morning, bonjour, bonjour, Satlisi. Welcome to the Red Table on Radio Caribbean International, the Caribbean Sound. You are tuned into the FM stereo dial of 101.1, also 99.1. You can also listen live and view live on rcistlucia.com. Just to let you know that the Red Table is a talk show created as an avenue for the St. Lucia Labour Party candidates to have a one-on-one session where they can discuss their role and agenda in the party and the upcoming election. The show is on from Monday to Friday at 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. and will run up to the final days before December 1st. And of course, my guest today on live stream is Mr. Danny Butcher, brand new to the election scene, the candidate for Vieux-Fort South. We'll have a one-on-one with him in just a bit. So keep it locked in to RCI for the Red Table.
I am Emma Hippolyte, Minister for Commerce. This is how we have protected your pocket. Worldwide, fuel prices surge, hitting household budgets everywhere. But here in St. Lucia, we have spent $8.9 million subsidizing your cooking gas prices. That is real savings, real protection for you and your family. Real progress that you can rely
It's a beautiful Monday morning right here in Satlisi. Today is the 24th of November 2025. And of course, just looking for that connection on our live stream to see whether Mr. Butcher can hear me. So we can proceed with the program for today. We have 7:39 on the clock. We go up until 8.
Hello, good morning.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, I have you on the air. Good morning. Can you hear me? Because I can definitely hear you. Okay. Okay, so I can hear him. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Oh boy. So we're trying to get that connection. We're trying to get that live connection with Mr. Danny Butcher. Apparently I can hear him, but he cannot hear me. Okay, so we take a short pause while I try to connect, and we will continue with the Red Table shortly.
My name is Moses Jean-Baptiste, Minister for Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs. This is how we revived the St. Jude Hospital Reconstruction Project. When we took office, the St. Jude Hospital Reconstruction Project was stalled, just promises and empty shells. Today, the St. Jude Hospital Reconstruction Project is fully underway. Very soon, by the end of this year, we will have a completely rehabilitated St. Jude Hospital with new facilities, new equipment, new surroundings to serve the people of St. Lucia. Real results, not just talk. That's progress you can see.
My name is Richard Frederick, and I am the Minister with responsibility for housing. I am extremely proud that the National Housing Assistance Program has worked. For years, many St. Lucians have lived in conditions that are unstable and unsafe. As a government, we decided to do something about it. Today, hundreds of houses have been repaired. Thousands of families have been positively impacted. A lot of St. Lucian citizens are now living in safer, more comfortable, and more dignified conditions. Real homes, real life changes, progress you sure can feel.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your patience, St. Lucia. This is Radio Caribbean International, the Caribbean Sound. It's the Red Table with your host, Ika Fergus. And of course, just trying to, it's a Monday. Hey, that rainy mood is not coming across great. Greatly on this Monday, we're trying to connect with my guest. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I
Hello. Okay, so unfortunately he cannot hear me on the live stream, so we will have to go through the telephone lines. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Ika. Good morning, St. Lucia.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Ooh,
I do not know what happened a while ago.
Wow, you know, sometimes, but at least we're here now. We got through. So with the 11 minutes that we have left on the program, I guess we will just go through it very well, as quickly as
According
possible.
to my colleague, with lightning rapidity.
Wow. I like that. So, Mr. Danny Butcher, welcome to the Red Table on Radio Caribbean International. I'm Ika Fergus. And of course, we're just going to run through. So we start off, Mr. Butcher, tell us just a little about yourself. Who is Danny Butcher?
Well, we have 11 minutes. I guess 10 minutes now, and you want to know who is Danny Butcher. That's about 10 hours, but let me go very, very quickly. Danny Butcher, I was born in Beaufort South. I grew up in a place called Lemang in Beaufort South. I did all of my schooling in Beaufort South, well, my preliminary schooling. I went to Beaufort Infant, Beaufort Primary, Beaufort Secondary. And while I'm on Beaufort Secondary, Kibesla. Then I went out to study. I did my first degree in Trinidad, postgrad in Barbados, and I love Beaufort South. That's everybody in Beaufort South knows Danny Butcher, and I'm just here to serve.
Wonderful. So, Mr. Butcher, since you're talking about everyone in Beaufort South knows you, who is Danny Butcher to the citizens, the people of Beaufort South?
Who's Danny Butcher to the people of Beaufort South? I mean, you get so many different answers. First of all, there are persons who have this level of endearment towards Danny. So they call me the Danny boy because they would have seen me growing up and eventually turning to the man that I am today, so that there is this high level of endearment. There are persons who know me from church. There are persons who know me as a teacher. I served as a teacher for 20 years. And there are persons who know me on the political front because I've been in politics for quite a while. So it all depends on who you speak and the level of interaction I had with them prior. They will give you various angles.
Okay.
And they also have persons who know me from just being, I guess, a very interactive human being. You ask the men on the square that I played dominoes with, now with the bus drivers. They'll just tell you Danny Butcher is that really, really nice guy that you could have a wonderful conversation with. He will listen to you. And most likely you'll hear from them. He'll never make you feel as if he knows more than you. He will just keep listening and keep interacting with you and have a wonderful, wonderful conversation.
Okay. So as far as your political career is concerned, this is not your first
Could you
time.
just speak a little louder for me so I can hear you very clearly?
Can you hear me now?
So much.
Can you hear me
I can
better
hear you
now?
now.
Wonderful.
Sounds like a Verizon wireless ad, but yeah.
Okay. So, as far as your political career is concerned, you're not just a green person, like you just stepping in, you don't know anything. Something about you being a former campaign manager for Dr. Anthony, Dr. Kenny
Oh,
Anthony.
yes. I joined the Labour Party from a very young age. Again, because I believed in the principles, and I still believe in the principle of the Labour Party. When we speak about bread, freedom, and justice, some people just use it as a tagline, but for me, it's my guiding principle. I believe in equal rights for the working class. I believe in equitable distribution of wealth. These things are my North Star. These are things that keep guiding me. And so I served at many levels in the Labour Party. I was the youth officer once for Vieux-Fort South. Then I became the chairperson for Vieux-Fort South. And then I became the former campaign manager for Dr. Anthony. A process that I learned so much from. And so while I am a new candidate, I always look back on those activities and those offices and positions that I served in before, and I use it to guide me. I learned many lessons. You make some mistakes along the way, but that's all part of life. You learn from those mistakes and you keep moving on.
Okay, so you're saying that your experience with Dr. Kenny Anthony has definitely persuaded you, assisted you, inspired you, and of course has gotten you to a place where you are prepared, correct?
Yeah, anybody who works with Dr. Anthony will know that he's an acquired to work with. But when he finishes with you, you'll be just fine, because like I said before, he's a man of process. He's a man that any plan you put before him, he will ask you, how do you get it from A to B? What are all the things that could go wrong? What are your contingency backups for anything that could go wrong? And also, what are the benefits and how does it benefit the people? So yeah.
Okay. So has your teaching profession influenced, your, well, you did mention it a little bit earlier on. Has your teaching profession influenced, let's see, the acceptance of your constituents?
Very much so. It pays to be a good teacher. It pays to be a good teacher, because as you move around, you get former students that pledge their support because of the interaction you've had with them before. But even what is more beautiful, sometimes you go to a home that might have been traditionally supporting the United Workers' Party, and you hear the parents telling you, I'm going to give you the support because my son or daughter said you were very kind to them, or this is what you did for them while you were at while they were at secondary school.
Wonderful.
And I'm very grateful. I'm very happy. So I'm going to give you that support. So when you have support within a home coming from students that you taught, it's very, very encouraging. And it also gives you the opportunity to make connections and to knock on doors that ordinarily you would not have been able to, but because they know you from being an educator before, they allow you to come in, allow you to have a conversation, and by the time you leave, hopefully you would have convinced them that you're the better choice to run Vieux-Fort South.
Okay. So as far as your constituency is concerned and this tenure of the St. Lucia Labour Party, can you highlight some of, the achievements that have happened in your constituency? What's happening? What has happened?
I missed the question just a little. You went just a little lower at the back end of the question.
Okay, as far as your constituency of Vieux-Fort South is concerned, can you highlight any achievements that has happened in the tenure of the St. Lucia Labour Party?
Oh, sure. So I'll be more than happy to do so. I said it at a public meeting we had last week, Wednesday, that we should never be afraid of the legacy of the St. Lucia Labour Party in Vieux-Fort South. And in summary, I say, while we're not where we want to be, we've not arrived at our destination, we're definitely not where we used to be. And anyone who grew up in Vieux-Fort South, if they're honest in their hearts, will tell you that Viewport South is not the same. And I listed a number of projects. I listed the free zone. I said the fishery complex, the square where I was having the public meeting. I told them the very square that we're standing on, the National Skills Development Center. That's the St. Lucia Labour Party, a new fire station, a new police station. And let's not even start talking about all the footpaths and roads that we did in Viewport South. To the ordinary person, these are just footpaths and roads. But to people in Viewport South, that raised our standard. If you like me and you're from the man, and you knew when you grew up, you had to wear two different shoes to get to the main road, and you had to jump from one rock to the next so that you don't fall in the mud. And all of a sudden, you realize when the Labour Party came in, solved that issue. It does something to you. It does something even to your identity. So we should never forget the work of the St. Lucia Labour Party. The Hiranora Orchard housing scheme, that's the St. Lucia Labour Party. As we move around the constituency, there are so many things that the Labour Party did for Viewport South that we cannot forget.
Okay.
The way we brought water and electricity to certain parts of Viewport South, the people of Viewport South, and when we ask the question, why the people of Viewport South keep voting the St. Lucia Labour Party, people outside keep looking and they say, oh, they just Labour. No, it's not that it's just Labour, but they feel the impact. They feel the impact of those policies. It touches their lives, and that's why they keep voting for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
Wonderful. So can you tell us at least one or two of your plans? What do you plan on doing or continuing for your constituency of Viewport South, if or when
Definitely.
you are
I
elected?
believe, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, for me, the lands of the DSH project must be returned to the people of Viewport South.
Okay.
I think it was one of the most dangerous things that ever happened to the people of Viewport South. We have houses to build. We want lands to farm. We have our factories to build. And so the lands must be returned to the people for our development. It is not just soil and boundaries. It is really our birthright, and we want it. So we need the lands to return to the people of Viewport South.
So that's a
And every time I
major
speak
project.
about my plans for Viewport South, people always tell me they're very big and
They're very ambitious.
But that's what the people of Viewport South deserve. And I keep telling persons, those plans are not plans that I just came up with. Those plans are what we came up with as I sat in people's balconies, as I sat on their chairs, and they shared with me what they want from Viewport. I'm just reporting what they want for Viewport. So when I speak about a spanking beach park, when I speak about a children's playground, when I speak of a 24/7-hour library, when I speak of a high-performance center, when I speak of an entertainment center, when I speak of a housing scheme, when I speak of road connectivity, when I speak of better security, when I speak of the ports and the seaport and the airports being multifunctional and upgrades, that is what the people of Viewport South want. That is what they told me they want. And I want to be a big champion and a great champion for the cause.
Okay. So I have a comment here before we wrap up. And when I read this comment, I would like you to answer the question, why Danny Butcher for Viewport South? So it goes here, someone who is watching and listening says, yes, true words spoken. In my view, Mr. Danny Butcher embodies the kind of leadership rooted in genuine care, dedication, and integrity. His unwavering commitments to the people of Viewport, combined with his true potential and deep love for his community, sets him apart. He is a compassionate individual, one who speaks with wisdom, acts with purpose, and carries the well-being of his people at heart. To me, he represents the kind of steady, thoughtful guidance that uplifts a community. So, Mr. Butcher, why you?
Well, first of all, before you ask the question, whoever wrote these wonderful things about me, I need to meet them.
Okay. Yes, that was on the live stream. I got a comment.
Yeah. So what's the question? Why Danny Butcher?
Yes, why Danny Butcher for Viewport South?
Why Danny Butcher for Vieux Fort South? Because I understand the plight of the people of Vieux Fort South. When I stood in Dennery, when I gave my first speech, and I said that I'm the son of a janitor and a cook, I just did not want to tell people where my parents worked. I wanted to tell people that I came from very, very humble beginnings, very, very ordinary beginnings, and I worked very, very hard. And for me, running in Vieux Fort South is to let any child know, no matter where you're from, whether it be the Mang, Bruceville, the Bacadere, wherever you're from, that you could aspire to run for the highest office in this land. And I see it in the children as I move around the constituency. I see it in the children from the primary school coming out to wave. I see it from the children in the infant school coming out to wave because they believe again. There is hope again. For some reason, you inspire them that, hey, whatever he's doing, I could do it as well. And for me, that is very, very encouraging. But also, I want to tell the people of Vieux Fort South that I will remain accessible. I'm your right. I'm the person to be your rep because I'll remain accessible. I'll remain humble. I will keep the lines of communication open. I will fight for what I believe is right for Vieux Fort South. And I will be a great champion for all of what we've discussed during the campaign and all of the dreams and aspirations that we've laid out. I'll be a champion for that cause. And that's why I didn't come into this with any selfish motives or any ulterior motives. I could have finished my PhD and maybe lecture at KVille, but you live this because you know that there is a greater cause, and the greater cause is to lead a people who are very, very dear to your heart. And that is why no matter what people say about me, no matter what insults they throw at me, the energy, the love of the people just keep you going forward.
Wonderful. So, Mr. Butcher, you sound very confident with yourself and, of course, the St. Lucia Labour Party and your constituency. Just, let me see, a personal question. Is your anxiety at its peak right now or maybe over the weekend? Maybe over the weekend. Will you be shaking?
I can tell you one thing. You should never take the people for granted. And there is no room to be comfortable. You must keep working. You must keep asking persons for their votes. You must keep ensuring that your machinery is well oiled and well organized, and never take the people for granted. However, I'm very, very confident. I am very, very confident that the people of Vieux Fort South will return the St. Lucia Labour Party into office because they believe in the plans of the St. Lucia Labour Party. They've benefited from the work of the St. Lucia Labour Party. And we have a deep and strong relationship. And so I believe they will definitely return me. They will return me they will not return, but they will vote me in to be the parliamentary rep in, I believe, record-breaking numbers.
Wonderful. All right. So we got another comment on the stream, Butcher for the future.
For the future.
Very catchy.
You should hear the kids sing it.
We like that. Okay, so Mr. Danny Butcher, thank you so much for being my guest today over the phone on the Red Table. And of course, Mr. Butcher going up for Vieux Fort South. Most definitely letting us know of the achievements that has happened so far in Vieux Fort South, and of course his plans as far as an entertainment center, a 24-hour library, multifunctional seaport and airport, reclaiming the DSH land, and so much more that he would like as far as to upgrade the constituency of Vieux Fort South. So most definitely, someone else said Butcher for Vieux Fort, wonderful. So most definitely we're looking forward to a great election. It's only a week away, and wishing you the best with your constituency, Mr. Butcher.
Thank you so very much.
Wonderful. All right. So thank you very much for chatting with us, and of course, do enjoy the rest of your day. I know it's the sky's the limit from here on.
Yes, thank you so very much.
Wonderful.
I'm already on my way.
Okay, wonderful. All right. So this has been the Red Table for today. Yes, I started a little later, but just trying to get as much information to you as possible. My guest today was Mr. Danny Butcher, brand new candidate for Vieux-Fort South, not brand new to the political scene, seeing that he was the former campaign manager for Dr. Kenny Anthony, former Prime Minister. So he definitely has a lot of experience under his belt. So thanks again. Join me again tomorrow morning, God willing, at 7:30 a.m. for another Red Table one-on-one session on the Red Table with another candidate. So enjoy the rest of your day. Heading back to Marine to continue on the rise.